Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hi, this is Devin Grayson, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to another week of the Capes and Lunatics. I hope Phil joined me, as always, that man with the opposite of bionic eyes. It is
Charlie, the Professor Essa. I can barely see myself.
Glasses, they work worse. And coming to you live from the haunted arcade in Florida, it is.
Hey, it's Lil Hellfire.
I love how you looked up. You're like, yes, that's my name. That's my name. Yes.
You know that carpet design is illegal in 4 states now.
Illegal?
Yes. That's why I don't see it anymore.
Is it because of the asbestos?
That shadow demons.
Is that like a Five Nights at Freddy's reference?
Yeah, sure, why not?
No.
Oh, that's something to talk about, but yeah. We can save that.
Well, you guys can talk it if you want, because I haven't seen it.
Phil never knows.
Did you hear that Scott Kaufman?
He got canceled.
He didn't get canceled. He decided to retire because it's not worth the trouble.
Voluntary cancellation.
No, it's a man who has come to realize that there's a lot of pressure, a lot of work. His game is like months delayed, as it was, and it's like it wasn't fun anymore. Much like Dave Chappelle, he's choosing to walk away rather than deal with the nonsense. You know? And everyone says, oh, Chappelle got canceled. No, Chappelle didn't get canceled. Scott Kaufman didn't get canceled. They both just said,
Joke's on y'all, because Dave Chappelle got his Chappelle show money, so yeah, I'd walk away too before they killed me.
He got his money and he walked away.
That's different.
And, it just at a certain point, you do what you want to do, and you do it for your own art, because you don't need to do it for the money anymore. Scott Kaufman, he's got Five Nights at Freddy's money for days. He's fine. And he even said it, he wants to make, like, little games, and he wants to do little tabletop. He wants to have fun. He has $1 million, and he wants to just relax and live out his life, enjoying it. And
being a Trump supporter, yeah.
What I don't even know if he was a Trump supporter. Because it's like he contributed to somebody that did something. It kind of to me sounded like it was one step away from
I don't know where
it's like when
donations go.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Dark money, take money out of politics. Whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Hey, I'm all for more democracy, but
like
nobody else is anymore. So that's a whole sadness for me. Nobody cares about democracy anymore.
I do it twice on weekends.
Anyway,
so anyway, sorry for that tangent, Phil. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's was in the headline, so a little clickbait.
Yeah.
Lil, if you're crackling,
and Five Nights at Freddy's is continuing. He's just going to hand it off to somebody else. Yeah, exactly. And Tristan knows who he's going to hand. Steelworks will take care of it, or Lumix. Yeah. There's basically, it's an entire cottage industry at this point.
It's been really great stealing your identity.
it's kind of, it's also kind of like George Lucas when he just eventually said, you know what, Disney, you deal with this mess. I don't want to deal with the fans.
I guess
I don't want to deal with anything. I want to go spend my $1 billion.
I was going to say, I guess I'll retire for $1 billion. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, Scott Kaufman gets the joy of knowing that he kind of single-handedly revitalized an entire genre of horror that people didn't even know they missed, which is animatronic horror.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese and Major Palace.
You know what? Hey, it works. The kids today, they love the cheese with the chucks.
Okay.
It's shocking to know that they're still in business. It's kind of like when you see a Kmart and you're like, oh, it must be Australia.
Oh, man, the Kmart's in my name. They both are closed now. I have no more Kmart's. I am so sad. They finally...
Ray has all the Kmart's now.
Who has?
Ray.
They're
Ray
all
has
in
all the
Australia.
Kmart's. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I'm sure, because, outside of the U.S., companies live and they thrive. And
Yep. Toys R Us is in Canada, even though they're never coming back to America.
It's just a really nice package.
Heck, Lawson's is huge in Japan, I found out.
Whoa.
And it's a little convenience store chain. I grew up near Lawson's. It was a very big deal. And Lawson's Dairy is what it was called. And
yeah, it's now Lawson's just products. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're huge in Japan, according to Company Man.
Okay,
that's a fun YouTube. If you
yes, I love that guy.
I love
Business
him.
Blaze is good too.
I was going to say, Chuck E. Cheese is alive here. I mean, pre-pandemic it was. I don't know what about now, but Chuck E. Cheese was alive here.
It's still going because I actually have our company has an account with them. So yeah, they're still going.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you had an account with them. I was like, okay.
I mean, they do sell buckets and pictures of beer at Chuck E. Cheese now. So you don't know.
Well, there you go. Well, they used to when I was a kid too. That was always that thing.
See, I don't know if it was where I lived that it was just like all the Chuck E. Cheeses were dry, but then like the Midwest is like full of Chuck E. Cheese with beers. In Florida, of course, naturally.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, I don't think they were, but yeah, now I think they all are. They got alcohol.
And it was founded by hippies from Atari, They were just like, hey, man, but that was back in the 70s, too, when, it was cool. Yeah, you have a beer, let your kids run around in the play area. What could happen? What, they get eaten by animatronic? That never happens.
Game over.
Or so Disney would have you think.
Oh!
Don't go to the Hall of Presidents after dark. Kidding. I'm kidding. Don't add me, Disney. But you know what you did.
Whoa.
We all know.
It's like another conspiracy.
Well, to be fair, most of those presidents were genocidal maniacs. It's like...
Facts are facts, bro. Facts are
facts. There were very few... even the nicest ones were still like, owned people. So...
And that's America in a nutshell. Dun, 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 dun.
Democracy.
Hey, Russell has entered the chat.
Long time no see, Capes and Lunatics. Hope you all are well.
Hi, Russell.
I will see. I will talk to you tomorrow, Russell, for our episode of Happiness and Darkness.
I only have one question for Russell.
Oh.
Where's the Joker Nuggets?
Oh, I thought you had a different question for
Russell. Oh, don't you dare! It's too early in the show for that. Okay. Rob might still be up.
Hey-o.
It's not Saturday yet, guys. For our topless review of... Was it Private Parts?
Private Parts! Does Russell like it long? Does Russell like it hard?
Oh my! But no.
By the way, I do think all those we should advertise that it's topless. So I think that's
you never said who was topless.
Hell, fine.
I'm just saying, I'm willing to take that hit,
But no, let me get the shout out. Yes, tomorrow I'm recording Happiness and Darkness with Russell and a gentleman we all know, Mr. Maz Manzor.
Oh, nice!
We're going to be talking Batman: The Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh, cool!
It's legally admissible evidence.
That is a good one. Even if
we totally needed that drop for our podcast for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. The first film ruined by the toy distribution.
The Missy.
Oh, DC, don't you ever change.
Although actually no, you know what? I think actually Dick Tracy might have predated it, because I think that the blank mask did. The blank was revealed in the toy before the movie came out. But nobody bought the toys, so the movie was never ruined. It was great. It was perfect. Its merchandising just fell flat. No one cared.
It's funny.
And so there was still a surprise.
It's funny you mentioned Dick Tracy, because I just heard today, I think it was on a Kevin Smith podcast, they were saying, I guess they can't remake like a Dick Tracy movie because Warren Beatty is still holding on to the rights to that thing.
Good for him.
Yeah. Well, and he's not going to let it go till he's dead.
It's like, why? Is he going to do a sequel? It's like...
He's a hashtag bitter Betty.
Oh.
If you know, you know.
Betty or Beatty.
And I think secretly that's why the merchandising was kind of little shenanigans going on there. Because he had a little bit of that too. So.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. It's a good film.
Absolutely.
If you want to watch it. If you like the spectacle, if you like a comic book film, it's probably one of the truest comic book art to screen adaptations. Way better than Ang Lee. And I don't say that lightly.
Whoa.
Warren Beatty was doing what Ang Lee did, but better 20 years beforehand. So I got to give props to Warren Beatty on that. He did a really good film there. Even with all the romantic shenanigans. Although what's weird is because I was a huge Madonna fan at the time.
I'm sure you were.
And still am. But it's weird because I actually read Dazzler the movie after it. And it's kind of just weird to me that Dazzler the movie comes out before it, but it parallels the Madonna-Warren Beatty relationship and the Dazzler Roman Nekabo relationship. Disturbingly, it's wait a minute, this...
Well, that's a time-tested trope that happens.
Yeah, I know, the old Hollywood guy and the young hot tamale, but it's I think Dazzler the movie was written first. I'm 99% sure it was written long before the Dick Tracy movie, but man, it is if you were a Madonna fan and you followed that relationship and then you read Dazzler, you're like, wait a minute, did reality mimic Dazzler? Or
you can be serious
that is
about
also
your grandson.
A really good recommendation to anyone that wants to read a really good Dazzler book. Dazzler the movie is a fantastic book to read.
Put it in the show notes, Phil.
I will.
Dazzler does not get enough play or credit or anything. It's really sad. She's a great character, and nobody cares anymore.
Don't worry, you can listen to long boxes and boob windows. We'll definitely have an episode about that.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever do, please invite me on.
All right.
Because I love that book. She
has to be wandering that Hellfire Gala somewhere. Which we can get to in comics, but...
There's even a whole thing where she starts smoking. It's great.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah,
no kink shaming.
Yeah, smoke after sex, then you're doing it wrong, kids.
Or maybe you're doing it a little too right, but hey, like I said, no kink shaming.
All right. I know Charlie Esser just watched it as I was playing the intro. Lilith Hellfire, did you see the Picard Season 2 trailer?
Yeah, woohoo, we're getting cute.
Well, what's weird is so now he has that mental thing that makes him forgetful and doddering that they don't have a cure for.
Well, he's an android now. Remember Picard?
Oh, I don't know.
That's how they got rid of that. That's how they got rid of that. Yeah.
Oh, and they just I guess they
decide they put him in an android body, but it'll give him the length of a regular lifespan, pretty much, and he has regular human strength. But yeah, we just did that to get rid of that, whatever he has. Yeah.
They gave him a regular human lifespan when he was already 903 years old.
Exactly.
Again, we have Picard, but no Cisco, no Janeway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I love Picard, but okay, that's right. I forgot they made him. So, I guess his chips are malfunctioning. But then why is Does Q turn him into a real boy?
I was going to say, is Q?
Of course, that's his lover.
I was going to say, is Q going to change that android body in the regular human body? But he doesn't have that whatever he had. Ugh.
They always come up with a new disease because that's the thing. It's like, of course we've cured all diseases, but then a new disease showed up that we can't cure.
Well, that's how that works.
Well,
honestly, that's how that works.
Oh, that'd be so funny if Picard was just like sees Q and he's like, "Wait, now you show up after how many decades? After you ran out?
He was raising his son.
After you ran
Leave
out
him alone.
After you ran out on me and tried to replace me with Janeway. How dare you?
After Cisco punched him in the face.
Exactly.
Don't you ever come back on my face.
After you got rejected by Cisco and Janeway, you came back to me or crawled back over.
I thought that was brilliant, by the way. And then there's like, oh yeah, Voyager gets all the leftovers, the Borg and Q. Just saying.
Yeah, well,
ratings.
But I think they did great with both of them.
They ruined the Borg, but that's another discussion for another day.
Honestly, there was only so much you could do with the Borg.
The books were better!
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you, is that the Borg got infected by us as much as they wanted to infect us. It's like it's the scourge of humanity.
Right. And Enterprise dives into that. Yes, I'm back to watching Enterprise. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay. Just show me where Scott Bakula hurt.
Take it over Shatner. He's the one that got everybody on the back of the hate train, quiet as it's kept. On TV, there was like an actual TV special. It was like, yeah, I hate Bakula. He ruined the.
Because he was.
Shatner says,
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't know who's.
Because he should be the
I love Shatner as much as I can love any celebrity, but it's like
in his old age, he has let it all hang out, and I am disappointed.
Whoa.
Yes, well, to be fair, he was always a cranky Canadian. I mean, that's
just listen to George Takei anytime anyone asks him about Shatner. He's just he is. Like
no. Shirtless Sulu. That's all I need in my life. If I just had one Star Trek GIF to live my life out. Shirtless Sulu.
Oh my!
I think he would agree.
I know he's a little younger.
He would, man.
I know he's younger than Shatner, but he's in better shape too. Because if you listen to Howard Stern,
first of all, he's Asian, so he has a better diet, better discipline.
He's like
first off, that's an assumption. Well, no, don't be.
Well, no, he talks about it if you read his books and stuff.
And two, he's in his 80s, but he still gets up and exercises every day. He does his. His sit-ups, his push-ups, he runs. Yeah.
The exact same thing Ricardo Montalban did. And that's why Ricardo Montalban, twice as old as Shatner, and is looking like Shatner wishes he looked like when the original Star Trek was
out. Without the girdle.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like,
See, George Takei is using exercise and good eating to keep him alive. Shatner's just running on
and not being bitter.
Shatner's just running on bitterness, pettiness. Yes.
It's just so disappointing. It's like, I wanted to like you. Why don't meet your heroes?
Yeah, well, I bet that's Shatner for you. And honestly, I got nothing against the man. He's just an old guy, and that's
He couldn't be bothered to be on Heroes when every other living Star Trek, original Star Trek alum showed up.
Hey, he showed up on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I mean, he you have to make it special for him.
If he kisses butt enough and the pay's good, he'll be there.
Yeah, you have
Just saying, he ruined it. We could have had a reunion, but he ruined it. And #Hero fans will always be bitter about that.
And to be fair, it's not like the other Star Trek people were like, oh, yeah, please, we really want to have Shatner on. That would be really fun.
If you ever had the pleasure, back in the late 90s, to ever go to the old school Comic-Con, in San Diego, and the Star Trek people were there, it always reminds me of Galaxy Quest. When you see them together, it's just Galaxy Quest. I'm telling you, they had somebody else from Star Trek feeding them lines.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, those people are everywhere in Hollywood. That show had a lot of great people, a lot of people who worked on it. It was a very big production, so all the tea was already spilled long ago. Everyone knew,
Oh yeah, it was all public. Shatner, I mean, there's so many stories how jealous he was. Leonard Nimoy. Anytime Leonard Nimoy got anything, Shatner was all jealous and why didn't you get it for me? Or
but my gosh,
it's actually Leonard got whatever Shatner got, And that's how Shatner got to direct, because once Leonard got to direct, then Shatner got to direct, and we got...
The level of petty I want to be is Leonard Nimoy, because when he was at odds with the franchise, I am not Spock. Writes a new book. I am Spock. After they give him what he wants.
Well, because quite frankly, that is where his bread is buttered, And, to be fair, you could say, oh, those actors, they never worked again after that. Actors don't work that much. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we see an actor every week on a TV show, and we think their career ended because we stopped seeing them every week on a TV show. But the fact of the matter is that, like Scott Kaufman, they have money. They have
if they were wise, but they didn't make residuals or anything. Like, there's still quite a few people in the Star Trek franchise living off convention fees. I'm just saying, not
but
for
you
nothing.
Can make money off of that too, and and to be fair, it's
hell. Shatner was in town last week, so I don't know how much money Shatner's rocking, or is he just can't?
Well,
get enough money?
he actually
got a couple of divorces to pay off.
True.
That, and and also for what it's worth, he's in it for the adulation.
Mm-hmm.
He is in it for showing up and having everyone hail the conquering hero. He's like Gaston. It's very important to Gaston.
No, he is Zach Brannigan. Since we're Futurama fans, that is.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, Gaston. He like in certain mythologies of the Beauty and the Beast story, he's like this guy. He was a great war hero. Everyone loves him in town, but he has. It's also very important to him. It's important to his ego that he gets that stoking, because otherwise he, has that PTSD. It comes back to him. He has all that self-doubt. And,
So we all once choked.
Remember, this is a man caught twice by Columbo.
Oh, now he's going to add us. You had to bring that up.
Once by Columbo.
That's what he wants. TJ Hooker worked with Heather Locklear.
With him playing just a bombastic idiot. It's delightful. It's delightful. That's the thing about William Shatner. He knows his character. He plays it to a T, to the point where you think he actually really enjoys playing this character. And that's the William Shatner. That's why I can't hate the man, because he's good at his job.
There's something out on the wing.
He plays a bombastic boob and...
Can't say boob on TV.
No. Robert Southgate is censored.
Let's talk about the Batman controversy again. No, I'm kidding.
Robert Southgate is censored Charlie Esser. He's gone.
He said, nice mustache, Charlie, but you said boob.
I thought last thing I heard was bombastic.
I'm a bombastic fellow.
I heard boob.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, I guess we can talk some DC news.
Sure, go ahead.
Did you see the Titan stuff that they're throwing out? The promos and how they're thinking that they're going to have a death in the family this season?
Yeah, did you see the Titans trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, back to that damn crowbar.
I just want to have a crowbar.
The new Titans.
Yeah. Justice for Beast Boy, by the way. Can he be something other than a tiger or a snake? Just asking. Asking for fans.
If our CGI budget grows, yes.
So what's going on? I missed this trailer too.
We're rooting for death in the family, because I don't like this Jason Todd. I can't wait for him to get a crowbar to the face.
I mean, we get a Joker laugh. We see from afar. Yeah, it was someone I'm assuming is the Joker slamming someone with a crowbar. Yes, and I guess we're getting Red Hood. So
yes.
Well,
hopefully he'll do Red Hood justice.
Just have that
punchable face. Yeah.
Some people, or like a person who has a line is punchable, and
well, I think we're doing.
It's in her name.
I think we're doing the Joker's greatest hits because we get the crowbar, we're getting Barbara Gordon in a wheelchair. So I think this is going to be Joker's greatest hits.
What's everybody's obsession with trying to do a Batman show as close as possible without Batman?
We might get
old. Damn man his money.
We might get that old
There's
Batman.
someone who doesn't watch this. So Jason Todd is a character in this universe, right? They didn't do Tim Drake, they did Jason Todd.
Yeah, Jason was Robin last season, yeah, so.
Okay. And Tim Drake is the one that was after Jason Todd, right? Okay, so we don't have a Tim Drake in this universe.
Not yet.
Just following our storyline. Okay. So in this one, that's our timeline. Okay. And we think that this Robin, Jason Todd, is going to get the crowbar treatment.
Plot twist.
Why do people keep on going back to Moore's stuff? I mean, even Moore's kind of sick of it.
Oh, take a
No,
drink.
Moore's gone out and said, I do not know why they keep on retelling this story. I
Damn
told
wizard.
it was
Why do they
great.
keep going back to him?
Why do you keep on saying me? Is actually what he says, but he doesn't say the out loud part. He says that part quiet.
DC keeps going back to that.
Unlike J.J. Abrams, who says, "Hey, we didn't have a plan." Buddy, you're not supposed to say that out loud. I mean, we knew it. You're not supposed to confirm it.
DC keeps going back to those last two, like the years 1986 through 1988. You know, just Watchmen, Killing Joke, Death in the Family.
Don't they know that they're going to give us fatigue?
No, they don't. DC doesn't know
What?
things like that.
What? We hardly ever get any Joker content, Lilith. What are you talking about?
Oh.
You know, I'm okay with the Joker book, which you guys should be reading because it's literally a James Gordon book, which makes it okay.
Although Charlie will never read it because there was a punchline backup stories.
Yeah, so.
Well, also, I gotta say my money for Checkmate #1.
Oh yeah, was that next? Is that this week coming out?
I don't know, man. I just saw an ad for it in my
it said
Batman
June,
Fortnite
so
crossover.
there's only like 2 weeks.
Who's writing it?
Who do you think?
You don't want to know, but
I mean, I do. That's why I asked, so I can know whether or not I want to pick it up.
Bendis.
But
are you really serious?
I'm pretty
But this
sure.
is maybe Bendis' wheelhouse.
Okay,
You
he's
know?
got Justice. Oh God, can we get rid of him?
He's got The Question. He's got Lois Lane. He's got Green Arrow.
That's the thing. He's got like all of a sudden he's got a you know what for Green Arrow, I guess, because he has Green Arrow in Justice League too.
Because they're trying to reboot it and make a movie, but you ain't heard that from me.
Oh,
you ain't heard that from me.
Well, yeah, you know.
So we're counting on Bendis.
You trying to get those writing credits on a movie? You ain't heard that from me.
We're counting
That's
on
why I'm
Bendis.
like, get him away from this stuff.
We're counting on
Bones,
Bendis,
which is fun. I don't know who that is, but he's basically got a bonehead, so I like that. Let me find that. Let me find the ad for it.
Yes,
it was kind of cool.
I found it.
It's got Lois Lane, the world's greatest reporter.
Written by Brian Michael Bendis. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why there's a Superman in it. That's annoying. But
so yeah,
it shouldn't be.
Green
that
Arrow
doesn't make sense for Checkmate.
Russell, you still there? Green Arrow, The Question. Yeah, remember when they were doing the whole who is what was that, Leviathan or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Manhunter is in it.
Yeah, the female Manhunter.
I don't know who Manhunter is.
Oh wait, it's at the bottom. Green Arrow, The Question, Mr. King, Lois Lane, Steve Trevor.
Bendis doesn't have the balls to have him shirtless in every issue, so I don't care.
Manhunter and Mr. Bones.
She's gonna hunt the man.
And Mr. Bones.
It's funny when Beast Boy says it, but
okay.
Yeah, honestly, that excited me. I liked it. I like Lois Lane. I like a Lois Lane story if she's just being a hard as nails reporter.
Yeah, but she can be Jessica Drew version of Lois Lane.
investigating leads.
Get ready for Lois Lane to turn into Jessica Jones. Mark my words.
Is there that much difference?
Ooh,
there is. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
If you know, you know. If you don't, I feel sorry for you. Women aren't interchangeable, but in Bendis' world, they are. They all act alike.
Well,
so, whatever.
That's a possibility. I'm just saying.
Come on and answer for your crime.
Lois Lane is a woman of action, and she's not an alcoholic, but she might pick up a bottle.
But there we go. So we've already created our differentiation.
But he might make her an alcoholic, is my point. Bendis is lacks originality. We'll see. I hope you enjoy it. I won't be putting my money in my mouth.
I don't buy DC books very often.
They aged my son up.
Yeah, that's that whole thing.
So DC, man, you lost Lilith Hellfire, a book with Steve Trevor and Green Arrow, and you can't get Lilith Hellfire.
I like Renee Montoya. I root for her.
I don't know. I don't know if it is Renee. I think it might be Original Question.
Oh, never mind.
Really? No, that looks like Renee.
Is it? Okay, well, I know Montoya's like the commissioner of Gotham right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. But is this in continuity though? Who knows?
Who knows?
Not DC.
Is anything in continuity?
I know. Does that look like a man or a woman? It's hard to tell because you can't even get the blank face. You just get it kind of in shadow.
Oh,
it's really Breathless Mahoney. Spoilers.
Bring it back.
For Dick Tracy. Yes.
Any other entertainment news we want to talk about? I do want to talk about some Marvel news. I think it's really unfair of everybody trying to cancel Anthony Mackie. I just find it really funny. All he basically said was, hey, stop fetishizing this and just be okay with two bros being platonic. We need more two guys being healthy platonic friends. And I kind of agree.
Charlie wanted to talk about yeah. But I mean,
but they should have canceled this man. He played a gay man in another movie. He's okay with that. I mean, and then they're like, oh, but you can want to put yourself with Natasha. It's in the comics. Leave that man alone.
Yeah,
we have a hard on for him right now.
And the reporter was trying to bait him, and the headline, and it's basically it's just a
disingenuous.
It was a disingenuous headline.
Bad faith, all of that.
Again,
it's just it was bad faith. But you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. I think Mackie handled it well. He did not say anything overtly stupid. You know, he just said that, you know, it's a beautiful thing when straight dudes can just be sensitive.
Well, it's like two.
I agree.
I agree, especially two veterans. Like, come on.
We need more friendships in franchises. You know, two men, two women, two. You know,
we don't have our science bros anymore. So I mean, come on.
You can, let's get some
really, not everything has to be slash.
No.
I mean, that's what the fanfic is for. I mean, but it does bring up an interesting point that Disney needs to do better if all people can do is fetishize two straight guys, allegedly, you know, into wanting them to be in a relationship. Maybe give them some more representation, Disney, since you're all about being woke.
That's a fair comment.
I don't know. I don't know. DC, or, you know, Warner DC could use some help, you know.
Well, they have Harley and Poison Ivy.
Yeah, no,
that's the healthiest relationship I've seen in the damn universe in a long time. Outside of, like, Lois and Clark.
But they won't let Batman be sexual.
Well, I mean, to be fair, most billionaires don't do that because they feel like they don't have to. Like, if you know, you know. Whoa. If you know the deal like Elon Musk and Bill Gates and those guys, I get it, but it's stupid to say that heroes don't do that. So, heroes don't pleasure their women. Got it. Get yourself a villain. Because the villain will destroy the world for you. The hero will sacrifice you for the world. See? Yeah, get yourself a villain. That's what they're saying.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I said, it's all about, you know, how they approach things.
That's not even scientific, though.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just,
as Phil and I discussed on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
Yeah. It ain't private parts yet, so we got to be careful, guys. But yeah, I mean, you know, and it bugs me because it is. It doesn't. Here's what really bugs me about it.
It doesn't make sense.
Batman. It's not Batman.
Selena's a whole dominatrix. Talia al Ghul. Oh, I'm just saying. She sits on.
Yeah, he don't date submissive women. He doesn't date submissive women. No.
But more to the point, Batman always has a plan. I'm sorry, you're going to tell me Batman doesn't have...
It's called Viagra, I guess, in his case.
Whoa!
That's his backup plan.
Batman is smart enough to know that's not going to do it.
That's right, Charlie Esser. Batman prepares for any contingency.
I agree, but apparently, they don't.
I know.
Well, you know, but that's
why...
Did
you see the petition, though?
Oh, yeah, there's a petition to put that back in.
And then they had a response to it. I didn't read it, because how can you respond to something like that? You know what I mean?
And the weirdest thing is, it's from the Harley Quinn animated series.
Rated Teen Plus or whatever
that's
the hell.
What we were saying.
No, it's rated R. I'm pretty sure that's an R-rated.
Yeah, it's MA.
They're dropping F-bombs and everything. Yeah, I mean, once Lil said, it's like, you know, little kids shouldn't be watching this anyway, and two, anyone that would be offended by that is long gone. This would be season 3.
And really, little kids should watch that and understand that is a good thing to do, but... Maybe not little kids. Well, actually, I don't care. I'm not even going to go into that.
Tristan's going to give us a book report.
I don't care. My parents would have let me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you know what? Reality is...
But we still live in a puritanical society. That puritanical, patriarchal, misogynistic society. It's 2021. I guess DC's ready to get canceled. I don't know.
Well,
and again... If there's stuff on TV you don't want your kids to see, hey, parents, why don't you take control?
Because that make me buy more merch. I might even pick up Batman Damned. I don't know.
Whoa.
But, see, to me, the real problem is the psychology of it. because it is the psychology that all the hero needs is the, mighty, mighty bat.
The sword.
Yeah. That doesn't even need his utility belt. So, just that one thing. And it's such a weirdly outdated bodice rippery kind of an idea.
Again, it's Warner's. I don't think it's even that deep. I just think it's them panicked. They just panicked and were like, oh no, what if this cuts into our t-shirt sales and our toy sales,
Trust me, you'll sell more t-shirts.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I thought Batman. Never mind.
Oh my God! Did you see who got in? Did you see who got in on the
It's not like they're gonna this isn't hentai.
Whoa!
They're not gonna do a slip beaver shot. So
I don't think those are tentacles.
I'm just saying, there's differences.
It was the grappling hook, okay?
This isn't trauma where they have a PG, PG-13, R, and X release. This is just.
Pickle.
I said they could split the difference and just put it on the Blu-ray. Go ahead, throw it in.
Blu-ray? I'm sorry.
Whoa!
DVD? VHS? Laserdisc?
All streaming now, man.
Well, no, they do sell the DVDs.
Yeah, no, I know they sell that,
And then that would be a reason to buy Season 3's DVD.
For the apocalypse,
Look how big it is.
Yeah, I mean, I started back to buying DVDs, even though I have everything on Plex.
I hope you mean Blu-ray and not DVD.
I said what I said. unless it's certain things that have special features, I just prefer DVD. Because my Blu-ray player upscales it to the 4K, whatever. Anyway, so you're wasting money.
Really
kids.
nice package.
Just telling you. Unless it has a special feature on it, you don't need the Blu-ray. Save yourself some money, kids.
Kids today, they don't save money. What are they saving for? For everything to just crash into Bitcoin?
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Bitcoin is for the Mars colony that you'll never see. Just FYI. They're just figuring out which one they want to use on the Mars colony, and you ain't going.
Earth is going to be the ghetto. All the rich people are going to Mars.
They're going past Mars, but you ain't heard that from me.
Whoa.
The further away, the better. That's what all I say.
I know. Maybe we can actually fix this damn planet without their egotistical, maniacal, psychotic ways holding us back as a society. It's absolutely obscene to be a trillionaire. Yeah. I'm just saying. It's obscene. Anyway, before we eat the rich, comic books?
Whoa, yes.
Sure.
Let's do some comics, please.
Okay, so I got two indies and two DCs.
Oh.
What do you want?
Okay.
Whatever you want to give us.
Okay. Well, you want to talk, of course, the best Batman book out. Although this one was a little weak, I will admit it. Batman Fortnite crossover.
What is that, 5?
What? This is... Let's have numbers. Yeah, 5. Batman Fortnite 0.5. So, it's, your classic fight scene. They are manipulating. And, of course, basically, long story short, the big double cross that, what's his name? The guy, Slade, what's his name?
Deathstroke,
yeah. Slade was the mole the whole time. He was the sus one, but we all knew that. And, of course, Batman knows it because he tells Batman to use his liquid nitrogen capsules. He says, I've never used those around you. How do you know I have them? So he was the one guy who had memories from the old world. They figure out how to get everyone back to their world, but then Slade double crosses Batwoman and Batman and Catwoman, and goes back to the DC universe from whence they came, and leaves them in the Fortnite universe, perhaps forever. Oh no! What I want to do. Be concluded in that. No, I love the way they write Batman in this. He's intelligent. He's planning. He's a decent guy. He's working with people. He knows how to solve a problem. He can figure out clues that people leave behind that they don't even think about. It's a good book.
Oh my God! Speaking of that,
don't know if it's worth the $5.99, but you do get a code that gives you a toy in Fortnite. So if you play Fortnite, as my son does, he's very happy to have the toy, and he likes the books. And it's getting him into that Batman universe. So Good purchase.
Hopefully he won't be sorely disappointed when he reads an actual Batman comic.
Whoa! He's a selfish lover.
Yeah, he may be. I'll be honest with you, but we'll see what happens.
Oh my god!
I mean, for a kid that likes Carnage, I'm just saying that's kind of a step down.
Well, he likes. Actually, he doesn't like Carnage. He likes Toxin.
Toxin, yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, he is aware of Carnage and he enjoys the
symbiote world.
Yeah, the only one he's ever really had an attraction for was Toxin, because he was the cop who was conflicted and dealing with the symbiote, arguably the strongest of all of the symbiotes, because he was the third generation born on this world, yada, yada, yada. There's a whole thing. But, moving right along, why don't you guys talk about a book?
Well,
I'll let you go first, Phil, since you hardly ever get to get a word in edgewise.
Well,
don't disappoint us.
How about an indie book, kids?
Radiant Black number 5?
I was going to say, hopefully we all read Radiant Black number 5. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, of course we did. It's pulled.
It's Phil's only indie book, so it's a dead giveaway.
No, I've spawned. Not this week, but yeah.
Image isn't an indie at this point. That's like saying Archie's an indie.
Well, this is an Image book, so.
Yeah, Lilith.
Yeah, so.
I'm just saying, it's not really an indie. That's my point.
Man, my nose is itchy.
But it's a good book nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just talk about Pink and Yellow Ranger real quick? And we're back. Okay. Pink and Yellow Ranger, which is what we get at the end of this. So now we have the 4... Yellow Ranger, Pink Ranger, Black Ranger, and Red Ranger. But we do see in our preview for next week that apparently, well, of course, we get this person who's the World Destroyer is here. Gonna F some people up, apparently.
Or Deathstroke.
But if you see, where is it? Yeah, the preview, Red Ranger is back to her old tricks, as you can see next week. So, next month. So, we're going to see. Phil, what did you think of the book?
I liked it, but yeah, look at that cover for next month. It's like, I need the money.
Gimme. We need the money. Gimme. The artwork is my favorite thing about this book so far. I just love how they express the fight scenes in every single issue. It's just like, wow, I never would have thought to put it out like that, to put the panels in that construction format and things like that. Mm-hmm.
I like the way that they actually do all have different powers. Because we can see that Yellow Ranger clearly has some... Radiant Yellow clearly has some sort of a... He says, use everything on the spectrum, so we're going to assume that he has some sort of light energy powers. We know that Radiant Black has gravity powers, and they make the point that Radiant Red has the ability to take on mass. Which is an interesting thing, because gravity and mass are related. So it makes sense that they would be... the battling opposites in that, but we don't know what Radiant Pink's powers are yet, and that's going to be interesting but obviously Radiant Pink and Radiant Yellow have been fighting this dude this whole time, while Radiant Black and Radiant Red have been off in their own little games. So obviously they interfaced better than them. Although I like the fact that Radiant Pink did not know how old Radiant Yellow was. Because clearly he's our old soldier in this, so he's going to be fun. I hope they don't kill him. I hate when they introduce the old guy who's a fighter, and then they kill him for no particular reason.
Now, that's the thing I will say about Kyle Higgins, is that he does kind of like subvert expectations, but not like in a cheesy way. So I don't think he will do that right away.
Good.
But I don't think anybody is safe in this world, so
yeah, but
I don't think he would do it right away.
Yeah, but Nathan's still alive. Barely, but still alive. Mm-hmm. So
you're going to have to see what happens with that. So
and Radiant
if he does come back into it, it opens up this interesting thing because of the bond for your entire life, which actually opens... Well, now the bond is 2-2, and does that do something? If it's infinite powers divided by 2, that's still infinity. There could be something interesting they're doing with that. So I'm looking forward to where that's going to be. Really liking Radiant Black.
You know, if you guys like Radiant Black, you really should read some of the Power Ranger stuff over at Boom. Just saying.
Boom.
It's got that same energy. Very in-depth lore. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't even have to have watched the TV show or anything. You can just jump into it. It's very compelling character dynamics.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Lilith. I'm just saying there's only so many books I can buy, and this is one I like. And
I was talking more to the millennials. It's okay, old guy.
Oh yeah, to the kids, to the kids out there. Why don't you?
Millennials are children. Like, let me just. I'm just saying. Like, if you want some reminiscence, but nostalgia factor. That's good. In this book, you can. So if you like, also conversely, if you like Power Rangers, you would very much like this book as well.
So the Power Rangers have grown up with the millennials. I thought you said Zennials, so that was mine.
No.
Yeah. Yes, the millennials. You all remember the Power Rangers.
We're old as dirt. We need to start taking our multivitamin.
Have matured along with you, so that's always good. It's like, it's like my son every so often he asks you, why do they make all these adult versions of old kids things? I said, well, because
you have no money.
Well, it's that, as kids we grew up with this and we fantasized about it, and now we get to take that to its next level. We get to make our slash fictions real. So
exactly.
I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
Well, millennials are full of a whole generation of Peter Pan, so that's a whole nother thing I don't want to get into.
Yeah. All right, Lil Hellfire, throw out a book.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Space Pirate Captain Harlock #1. Ooh. This is from an indie publisher called Ablaze. It's $4.99. It's
Isn't that based off of an anime?
It is.
Yes, I know Captain Harlock. I didn't know, was that originally a manga or was it an anime that's now being adapted into a comic?
It is so hard to tell, honestly.
Well, I understand that. That's why I'm asking.
I didn't research it, but I knew that it was an anime, and a lot of animes are manga, but not all animes come from manga. And it kind of felt like an original because there's not a lot of wait in between seasons. Mm-hmm. As you know, like a lot of anime has to wait for the manga to catch up. So that's why I'm thinking that it was just an anime that maybe got turned into a manga, then got turned into a comic book, as Americans do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's why I picked it up initially. But it's Space Pirates, so they're kind of on brand.
Yeah.
The artwork is so absolutely breathtakingly like beautiful, and then it has like a very different sensibility than any of the other like comic books right now. And it tries to do like a little bit of sciencey stuff too. And so yeah, space horror with pirates. Kind of here for it.
I will say this. I've never seen Captain Harlock. I've never read Captain Harlock. I know the image of Captain Harlock. And that tells you how good it probably is. Because it's like it is an iconic image. And as soon as you see Captain Harlock, I know Lilith doesn't have the floppy, but if you would throw the image up on the screen, you would say, oh, yeah. No, she buys digital. I understand that about her. That's fine. They get the money. That's perfectly acceptable. But if you put that up, you would know who Captain Harlock is. And, yeah, it's cool. So
also, Googling is free. And if you do it for yourself, you find more satisfaction. Just saying.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to make any statement about anything here. So I'm just saying.
Like I told you, if they want to send us the stuff, I will be more than happy to show the floppy. I will give them glowing reviews without the floppy, without showing it on screen. But if they want the floppy to be shown on screen,
send me the digital. Send me the digital. I'll put it up on the screen, kids. Come on.
Yes. But anyway, very cool. Okay, is it my turn now? Or?
I think yes.
Okay, I'll give you guys a choice. Do you want to do my other DC book? We're doing me now. My Titan book.
Oh, Missy #3. I'm going to go with Doctor Who Missy #3.
Okay, Doctor Who Missy #3.
Sorry, Philip.
That's okay.
No, I still got the other one here, and we got another show, so I can do all this later.
You can do this all night.
Yeah, so this is a lot of fun, especially because, so for those who don't remember, Missy is pretending to be Doctor Who and always refers to herself as Doctor Who. Because she's branding, and she's got the little duckies on her hat, and she's being all very Mary Poppins. And she calls Doctor Who a plagiarist later, or when she does see the current 13th Doctor. And basically, they're trying to track down a time key. They come to this episode where the Daleks have all been defeated, and they see Stavros as a child with old man guy. Basically, they all wind up back in 1960s London, baby. At the headquarters. Yeah. And then they find the key, which is, of course, the stapler, for those who remember. And remembers that she left the leader, the master, off the leash, and he's off to go kill the brigadier, as you do. As always, Missy is great. Oh, let's see. Oh, what's next week? Next month is, I'm guessing it's Missy versus Pertwee. That's going to be fun. All right.
We always need to class up the joint with a little Doctor Who, so, you know.
I love Doctor Who. And I love Missy. Let me preface this. I like Missy. The Doctor Who books are good, but I watch the Doctor Who's.
It's just waiting on some River Song action for me, but.
Exactly. Doctor Who is the Brown Hornet, If you ever remember the Brown Hornet from the old Bill Cosby shows, we can still watch the old cartoons. It's fine. And they did the bit called the Brown Hornet, and every episode ended with the cliffhanger, and every episode started with how they got out of it. And they say, but of course, thanks to the Brown Hornet's amazing superpowers, and he'd snap his fingers, they naturally escaped unharmed. And and I always loved that line, just the idea that, thanks to his amazing superpowers, they naturally escaped unharmed. Because there are so many characters that are just that overpowered creature, overpowered being, and they are always just snapping their fingers, and everyone just escapes. It's funny because it's such a trope, but with the Brown Hornet, it always worked. And that's my feeling about Doctor Who. I love him, but he is kind of overpowered. Kind of OP. That's why I like Missy, because they'll kill the Master and not talk about him for like 6 years. So it's
exactly.
Or her. But he got very mad that the Doctor copied her, copied the Master and became a female. Plagiarist. Not having it. Ugh.
Now, if they can just give me a ginger, the trifecta will be complete.
No. Okay, Wolverine.
Oh!
I don't deny it. I'm 5'3". I'm just not from Canada. But I am a vicious little animal.
Wait, you're what?
And she's made of adamantium.
You're what?
At this point, 60% titanium. But
yes. She's very adamant in what she does.
Did anybody pick up Static Season 1?
Of course I did. What do you think my other DC book was?
Yay! I'm like super happy but super depressed because they'll never make a movie for Static, and it needs to happen.
So that was good.
They said that this explicitly stated that they weren't interested. Yeah, but they want to make. They don't even want to do Val Zod. They just want to make Clark Kent Black. Okay, I'm just moving on. This book was so good. It gave me such old feels of Milestone. I love Milestone as a universe, first of all. And they kind of recaptured that magic. They kind of gave him a little bit of a more modern edge by not making him as dorky as he was in the original comic.
Yeah, I'm going to say, first off, I'm coming to this from of course, the Static Shock TV show.
Okay, not a bad place to come from. I think that's kind of where they got it from.
Static Shock was amazing. I loved it. Every aspect of it was great. I loved how they did integrate it into the larger Diniverse, and little sad that little robot character that was supposed to be part of it just never got.
Zeta?
Yeah. That Zeta came in and then kind of got out and was never heard from again.
Had a pilot and we never saw it again.
Yeah, well, it actually did have a couple episodes of a series, but then it stopped being in the DC. It stopped being in the Diniverse, which was a little disappointing to me as a fan. And in that kind of situation, it's why do you introduce it in this universe, but then say, but now we're off on our own. We're not in that universe anymore.
So the thing that got me really excited for this book specifically, not the fact that it was just a Static book, but it was because Chris Cross was doing the art. Not the rap group, the actual artist. If you know, you know. But yeah, so I was super happy. I was like, oh my God, this is going to have so much so good, and it was like from cover to cover, absolutely breathtaking, stunning artwork.
Yeah, I do love the artwork. I love the battle between Hot Streak and Static. And I love him using it just straight up Peter Parker. Yes, in my science experiment, we discussed how the ions could take the oxygen out of the area.
I do feel a little conflicted about the message of the story, specifically because he is a young black man, that he goes to a protest. The first time he's trying to use his voice, something traumatic happens to him. That is the only underlying thing of the story that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if it's just me, but...
Not to be rude, Lilith, but... happens.
Yeah, I know, but
it's like a reality. It's like, honestly, it's like if tear gas gave you superpowers, this would, and really, I kind of think it even becomes more powerful in that moment. In that, like, oh yeah, they gassed us with.
It's just kind of a shame that it has to be something born out of trauma, where other superheroes don't have to have their trauma like that. They don't get their powers from trauma like that. That's all.
Well, unless you're the Hulk.
True, but his dad was a terrible person, so you saw that coming a mile away.
That's the thing. I mean, but that's the thing. And Batman, his powers come from trauma too.
His powers come from being rich.
Well, I mean,
his modus operandi definitely comes from a little bit of losing his parents, but his powers come from being rich.
Yeah, I mean, I get, and I absolutely get your point, but also, like I said, I gotta say, it is of the zeitgeist. And
it's just like, also, why do all black, almost like 80% of all black heroes have electric-based powers? Be more original. That's all. Moving on. Phil and I have had that conversation.
I only know of two. I don't know.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Or you get to be invulnerable. Those are the two. Oh, and you also almost always have to be former military. Just it's a thing. Stop being lazy.
I'm thinking Black Goliath. I'm thinking not military. He's a scientist. He just gets gem particles.
Yes, and technically, just saying.
Unless they,
I said 80% of black characters.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. What I'm saying, I'm trying to think of all the black characters I know, and that's like I got that. And Sam Wilson isn't former military. That's only in the TV shows, and or the MCU. He actually, in his actual origins, isn't that
until they change it.
Yeah.
Because,
is he now military?
Well, I don't know because because Jon Stewart, he used to be an architect, and now he's like.
And then they made him military.
Yeah. Then
yeah, maybe it's just DC that does this. I don't know.
Marvel's not perfect, but moving on. I'm just saying, I do love the book, but I just wish they would have gave it a little bit more of an update. But it's kind of like I said, it's kind of true to the original Milestone universe, so I can't be that conflicted.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, it's much darker than the cartoons, so maybe.
Well, yeah, and the original comic was a little bit darker.
Yeah, that's fine. And I kind of got that. I kind of anticipated that, but I also, like I said, I love the artwork. I love the style. I mean, it's a good book. I enjoyed it. I'll probably pick up Static too.
Definitely, it's on my pull list.
All right. I get two.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. First, Flash 771.
Ooh, how's Flash doing?
This is the one you were asking about, Charlie, because it opens up. Not only is he jumping through time, he's jumping through the Omniverse. So of course, he jumps in the Reverse Flash in Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah, good old
Lilith. He gets the slap by Lex.
I know. I read it. I wasn't impressed.
Okay. Oh, you weren't impressed?
No.
Well, maybe
I want justice for the Flash. Like, this is just so gimmicky and lazy. I'm sorry.
I know, but I mean, I think
the Flash TV show did it better. There, I said it.
I mean, they had him. He meets his daughter in the future. But do you think that last page? Are we going to be undoing Heroes in Crisis?
We damn well better be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that's what DC does. Oopsie, we made a mistake. Got to go back and erase it, and then break the continuity for the next 30 damn years. Damn near 40 at this point. But who's counting? Who's counting?
And we got him in Max Mercury for one page.
Yay, Max Mercury! I remember him.
I'm glad you do, because I don't think the writers did up until this point. I thought we were writing him out of continuity, to be honest.
And Jesse
no. DC doesn't write anyone out of continuity anymore.
They just ignore him for decades.
Yeah, same difference.
Everything counts.
Out of sight, out of mind, and no merch. You're dead.
Hey, everything counts now. Remember?
True. Supposedly.
So, we're getting a new Aquaman, and then I think are we finally replacing Batman with the next Batman?
That ain't gonna work because DC fans ain't gonna have it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Is Black Manta's kid becoming? Because he's Black Manta's kid, right?
No, he's become an Aquaman.
New Aqualad who's now the Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the Aquaman. Okay. Well, that's fine.
As we all suspected, really secretly, Aquaman's kid was Black Man's kid. Remember that whole theory? So that's kind of funny.
Wait, Lilith, I'm just wondering if they're going to replace everybody. Then
if Lex and Clark can do it, anyone can.
Exactly.
But no, are they going to have Wally as the Flash again? And that with all these new heroes, but he's going to be like the old man. Wally's going to be the old man hero now. It's like, I've done this before. Let me show you how to replace somebody.
Exactly. I mean, I've been wanting justice for Wally, but it's just this is so slapped together. Like,
I know.
It feels icky. I don't like it.
The time travel thing's fun, but I mean, this is part 4. I'm like, can we just if we're going to put him in the suit, let's put him in the suit already. Get Mark Waid on the phone.
Thank you. Thank you. If he does not make a comeback in the next year and a half on Flash, what are we even doing?
Exactly.
What are we even doing? Besides him trying to get a movie off the ground.
All right, real quick. Lilith, did you read Planet Size X-Men #1?
No.
I almost read it. Tell me about it. I did read Miles Morales, but we'll talk about that on the next show. But yes, tell me about because that was one. Oh, I have almost just enough time to read one more book before we start. So what happens in this book? And it was between that and the other book, and I just started reading neither of them. Well,
remember X of Swords when they were fighting with those mutants from the other dimension, and there was another.
Sure,
island?
Why not?
Well, they're all in this dimension now, so hey, we need room. So what are we going to do? We're going to terraform Mars.
Okay, that sounds like
Disclosure. Sorry.
I'm just going to say this. If you are superhuman beings that have godlike powers, why don't you move to Mars if nobody likes you on Earth?
Go to Mars.
No, you send them all to Mars, and you don't even terraform it for them. You take Earth. That's how that works.
Oh, well, hey, the world. Hey, Captain America meets with Cyclops. He even says he's like, the world. All the world leaders are, all the countries are kind of jumpy now because Krakoa is that new island showed up, so now Krakoa's grown by 500%, and there's all of a sudden there's a couple million more mutants. So yeah, everyone's a little on edge.
So Krakoa goes to Mars. Everyone goes to Mars. Humans can be fine with radioactivity, with radiation poisoning, and gain superpowers that way. Everybody's happy. It's a big universe. We're on one planet. Come on,
kids. That's why everybody makes their way here. Dirt.
Is it though anymore?
We're the reality show of the universe, okay? Everybody's always show us what you got.
Again, listen to Stephen Hawking. We don't want aliens coming here.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is we have a lot of water and a lot of air, and that's great. But if you sort of become beings that can generate water and air, maybe you don't need so much. Maybe
all humans must die, as Poison Ivy and Bender have taught us.
Yeah, well,
So yes,
as a human, I can't endorse that, but I can't also argue against it. So
aliens either beam me up or release me from this mortal coil for the love of God.
They want nothing to do with us, man. They
So yes, Mars, or as they call it, Planet Araco.
What are they calling it now?
Terrible branding. They should have got a publicist.
Arakko. Well, that's that was that other island, so.
Oh, Krakoa spelled backwards. Oh, you can vault.
I don't think it's even backward. It's just
call it Planet M. They should just take Asteroid M, put it on Planet M.
Magneto ruined that.
Claim this nation in the name of Magneto.
No, remember?
Find all sorts of resources. It's a planet. It's full of iron. It's got to have something.
Magneto's not. Well, he's technically not in charge. He's supposedly still working with the council. So. Mm-hmm. Oh, these plant people.
Go to space was my idea. I should be in charge. I was doing that back in the 60s, man!
And guess what's orbiting it, Charlie S? I don't know if it's like a defense or what, but Sword Station 2!
Yeah, well, there we go.
Because you couldn't have a planet without a phallic object, of course.
Well, we all know that. What's her name?
Because they used
Green-haired lady.
They used Jamie Braddock to create it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Poor old Jamie Braddock. He is just the boxer of the entire. Those who don't remember Animal Farm, he is the boxer of the mutant world. It's like, we need someone to do all the work. Oh, Jamie! Can you just be like 5,000 people and build everything?
Just the kids and siblings get no respect. Him, Legion, I mean, they all get the short end.
Well, Legion's, Legion.
Well, he's got mental problems.
Exactly.
I mean,
not really dependable.
To be fair, Jimmy Braddock grew up on a farm, so he's a hard-working, salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. So I get it for him. But at the same time, it's like, I think they kind of take advantage. I think they take advantage of Braddock. Jimmy Braddock's multiple man, right?
No, that's... No.
Okay, then that was my mistake. I don't even know who we're talking about.
No, that's...
Shows what I know. Don't ask me mutant questions, because I don't know. I don't read those books.
Oh, no, wait. No, this is one. He is like...
No, that's Maddox. That's Maddox. That's...
Yeah, no, this guy is like the brother of Captain Britain and Psylocke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like reality-altering powers, or...
Okay.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't...
No, if you're looking for multiple, man, you've got to pick up X-Corp.
Well, yeah. See, I got Braddock and Maddox, because they're it's that X ending. That's... Ooh.
Kind of derivative, don't you think?
Yeah, well... But Maddox, I do like. I like him as a character. He's good.
Anything else, or should we get out of here?
Let's get out of here.
I know Charlie Esser wants to talk some Heroes Reborn.
Yay!
Hey,
bless your heart.
I'm mad at those guys.
And the Captain America annual.
And Fantastical Four.
Oh, yeah, the Wedding of Doom.
Oh.
God, I hate Doom.
Now, do you love to hate him, or do you hate to love him? Or do you just hate him?
I just hate him, honestly. He's just like a jerk. It's like...
Hey, Johnny Storm slept with his bride. Spoilers.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, oh, he didn't know because he doesn't have his wife's bedroom bugged? Because he's totally trusting and not worried about anything bad happening. It's like everything about this is... we'll talk about it when we get to the show.
He's naive when it comes to the ways of love, Charlie, I say.
No, he's not. He's not that dumb. He's an idiot, but he's not that dumb.
He's a college dropout.
He's a college dropout, but he's also not for nothing. He grew up on the mean streets of Latveria. He's the son of gypsies. He is, and he uses the word gypsy. So don't say you can't call him a gypsy. He calls himself a gypsy. I respect his choice of terminology.
Oh, so we're saying Dan Slott uses the word gypsy. Okay.
That's actually fun.
I'm just saying that's what they have him say. If he started to say, I'm a Romany, I don't like being called a gypsy, I would say, okay, they have established that his terminology for his group is Romany. But it's sort of like, Hervé Villachez, who says, no, I like being called a midget. Midget has a history and a character.
We're here again.
Do not call me a little person. I'm not a little person. I'm an effing midget, and I will punch you as high up as I can reach because I am drunk and I'm belligerent and I am Hervé Villachez.
The views of Charlie.
So you see my artwork. He was a fantastic artist, by the way.
The views of Charlie Esser are not necessarily those of the Incorporated podcast. All right, so should we get out of here?
Let's do it.
All right.
For the record, I don't know Peter Dinklage's statement on the whole, what do we call short people?
All right. Come on, Little Hellfire has to drink and give her dog the evil eye some more. All right. All right, kids. Send us your thoughts on all
I'm
this.
sober.
For now. All right, kids. Send us your thoughts, kids.
At least one of us is.
TV, movies, comics. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Find links to all of our various social medias for all of our various shows. Links to this YouTube channel. Links to... Why do you give me the finger? Links to...
That's the finger. I'm pointing to the show links.
Oh, okay.
It's not even the right finger.
Links to the Patreon. More and more stuff is happening there. Links to merch. Links to everything. All in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please check out everything Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Check out the Southgate Media Group Patreon. There's a bunch of free stuff there for everyone on the network. There's paid content. That's where you get
for the best Southgates.
Oh, not Rob. Yes, and also please pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. Learn all about podcasting from the experts and...
third best Southgate,
Robert. Yes, and you can get that on Amazon. And when you get anything on Amazon, hey, only a couple days till Father's Day. Use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes for Amazon. Help us support this show, the network, and that fancy man living on Mars, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box? Mark my words.
Lilith.
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, find me on Twitter, live tweeting Legends of Tomorrow on Sundays, and that's probably it. Find me on Instagram at LilithHellfire69, and of course at LilithHellfire69 on TikTok.
Deceptively hard.
Bye, Felicia.
Charlie Esser.
Well, you can always write to me in that old-fashioned email way there are mothers and fathers once said at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. Of course, follow me as well on the Twitter as I also live tweet Legends of Tomorrows on Sundays when I remember and I don't fall asleep halfway through at Charlie Esser. That's CHARLIE. ESSER. Look for the two E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
Indeed.
Alright, kids. Mutant Planets, Dick Tracy, we covered all of them. Shatner. And Pettiness, USS Pettiness. So, for another week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics! Emphasis on the Lunatics!
Something like that. It's been another production of the Capes Incorporated. So much. One of us. And yes, Batman would. Good night.
Are you a fan of comic books? Are you a fan of comic book villains? Well, join me, Russell, as we take a walk on the dark side with Tomes of Evil, the podcast dedicated to discussing, analyzing, and overall glorifying the villains of Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and all your favorite indie books.
Tomes of Evil, a comic book villain podcast.